Well, hello, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Olympians of all ages, here we are on Grimjack 21502, and we proudly bring to you Pulp Cthulhu's Project Athena. We are back, we are at full force, and we are ready to rumble. We are single and ready to mingle. We are down and about to get, I don't know what rhymes with that, but let's go ahead and talk to our flyer who has gone coast to shining coast and is still here to visit us in 1933. Allison, take it away.
Hey, everybody, it's Allison. I play Caitlin Jane O'Callahan, AV Tricks Extraordinaire, Princess of the Skies, America's Flying Sweetheart. And yes, I have been doing my hashtag Road Warrior Princess thing today, flying from DC to Portland, Oregon, to spend a couple of days out here for the day job, but would not miss. I had to get in a little bit of trouble with the FAA. I'm not sure how I'm getting home, maybe train. But I'm here, so let's do this thing.
And what are you drinking?
Let's see. Tonight I have a 2015 Pinot Noir from my hotel minibar, courtesy my client, who shall go unnamed.
That's a very good year and a very good minibar, I have heard. So, excellent vintage, excellent stock. Speaking of which, is a great segue. Lauren, welcome back. You have been missed. Finney, we love Finney, and we would like to have you all here at the same time. But Lauren, we dearly missed you.
Good.
At least for these 5 seconds until you start talking.
Yeah, there we
ahead,
go. That's what I thought. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger on Twitter. Tonight, I am playing, let me see if I remember this. Oh, yes, I do. Miss Sabella Marie Ives' Esoteric and Antiquarian Bookstore in the beautiful Lower East Side of Manhattan. She is a bookstore owner. That's one. She, psychic? Psychic seems right. And tonight, I am drinking lots of cider. Lots and lots of cider. That's me.
I like that. That's what we're doing now. It's who we are, who we're playing, and what we're drinking. It's kind of exactly what I always envisioned my life becoming. A place where we can, hey, Cyberwolf, welcome to the party, pal. You've got here just in time for some drunk Cthulhu. Let's do it. Speaking of drunk, speaking of Cthulhu, let's go to my buddy, my main man, Big Pig. Steven, take it away, brother.
Hey, you didn't know? Hey, what's up, everybody? Lauren, great to have you back. Missed you. Can't wait. Play Dwight Burke. I'm happy to have everybody here, and I am drinking water. No, just kidding. Captain Morgan.
Right? You had everybody scared there for a second, buddy.
Like water. There you go. Boom.
Fair enough.
That softball was just, it was like The Natural, and Robert Redford was just cocking back, ready to take a swing at that sumbitch, and somebody had to swing away. The guy that's always going to swing away, the guy that's always going to bring us kadoosh bags, Strider. How are you doing, brother?
Doing tremendous. I have all this pent up stress, and I have no surrogate, no focus to shoot it through. But now Lauren's back, so I can finally start sassing my teammates again. We're drinking tequila out of the bottle. Elijah can totally handle himself, though. He's fine.
He's going to be fine. Out of the bottle's fine. MMW, welcome to the party, pal. Right here, just in the nick of time. And always in the nick of time, because she is a physician extraordinaire. Our very own ex-Nazi, Dr. Greta von Krauss. Lindy, how are you doing this fine Sunday evening?
I am doing super spiffy. I am ready to play some Pulp Cthulhu, ready to get back into the lab coat of Dr. Greta von Krauss. She saw some strange stuff, I guess the formal dress currently, but she saw some strange stuff last week, climbed through out a window, up a balcony into another. Yeah, there's going to be some interesting things to do here in this building, and I am currently drinking both a slush from Sonic and a big old mug full of delicious Boda Box wine. I'm classy.
I'm not sure that there has ever been a sentence more American and more redneck than what you just said. That you are having a slushy from Sonic and box wine in a mug. Ladies and gentlemen, America. And as for me, I am your keeper, Grimjack21502, on the Twitches, on the Twitters, and I am drinking a beautiful, straight from the bottle, Sutter's home, Pinot Grigio, because I am straight fucking class. Anyway, if you joined us last week, you know the following: that the majority of the Olympians are currently in the Project Meetum building. The Meetum building, wait, not Project Meetum, the Meetum building, Project Athena, they are currently in this building. They just watched one of their close friends and former Olympian, one Pete Abraham, Honest Pete, go into a device with some strange woman they only know to be the Tyrannish, disappear, and they are left alone just as the building is beginning to awake, just as people are starting to come into the building, just as the cover that Pete Abraham provided them as a member of the government, as a member in standing of someone that could demand favors and have them provided in the forms of warrants. Strider, I can kill your character, and you know this, but again, I love it, so keep it coming. We are here, we are stuck, we are on the top of the 18th floor of the Meetum building. But where, you say, is Sabella Ives? Who asked that question? Summer has donated. I will pull that up as soon as I'm done my spiel. So, where are all of our other members? We know Finney's gone. Pete has disappeared into the purple nowhere. But what of everyone else? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? By the way, each of you get 2 critical successes from Summer. She wants to make sure that you are, if rolling drunk, you don't do it under the influence.
Thank you, Summer.
In the correct fluence.
Love you,
I guess.
Summer.
But the person I am thinking about, and the person that I am wondering, is Lauren. Sabella Ives. Where is she? Does anyone know? I do. She is currently in the Gundam Hotel under the watchful eye of one Phil Castillo. And as Phil Castillo is watching Sabella Ives sleep in a coma induced by an intensive exhibition of her powers, I will remind everyone, as Summer has already done so, of how you can help the Olympians that you see here before you. Check down below and you can either become a subscriber and get 2 free crits to anybody that you want to see on the screen per month, or you can donate on the table below you to help or hurt them, depending upon what you're feeling like. But tonight, we have all said the drinks that we have. We have all distributed, or I'm pretty toasted right now. Tomorrow's my birthday. So I decided I was going to get a little bit lit for tonight, and I'm excited. So I'm hoping that we can power through this.
Tell them how old you are.
But how old am I? Oh man, I'm going to be 29 tomorrow. Can you guys believe that? 20 fucking 9. It seemed like only yesterday that I was 42.
I mean, I
Anyway,
thought you were 19. Bag.
right? That's what everybody says. And by everybody, I mean nobody.
Hashtag keepers.
But anywho, so as we drill into this, as we delve back into 1933, that everyone here has already adopted as their sanctus sanctorum, players and characters alike, 1933, this land of Cthulhu mythos and horror, has become slightly more favorable to the world of 2018, at least for your keeper here. But as we go in, I think I would like to start at the Gundam Hotel, if you don't mind. And I would like to start with a beautiful morning. It is Friday, July 27th, I believe, or 29th.
Are we on
Let me see
Saturday
for sure.
now?
It is Saturday, July 29th. Yes, it is early in the morning. And as we get early in the morning, Sabella, your eyes flutter open.
Oh, good.
And you see before you a very elegant hotel room. There seems to be a patio door open. There is, the wind is coming in. It's cooler than you'd expected. There seems to be an additional blanket put on your bed as you just kind of start to come to. This is a room you do not recognize, though. And as your eyes and your consciousness comes about, you realize right away that you are somewhere unfamiliar.
Great. Good. Do, anything else strange about my state of existence? What am I wearing,
What do you mean?
Greg?
What are you wearing?
Yes, Greg.
I don't know. The blanket seems to be like up to here,
Oh, good.
so you're not real terribly sure.
As my
You're not
first
chilled,
action
if
as
that's
an
what you're worried
Olympian, I
about.
would like to see what I'm wearing.
It appears to be a night. It appears to be a men's dress shirt of some kind. But it also seems that you have some type of like a longer nightgown underneath it that appears to be yours.
Well, weird. Still weird. Okay, good. Do I seem to be alone? There's a patio door open.
There's a patio door open, and if you roll a listen check for me, or a spot hidden, or one of your senses, we can
Okay.
probably go from there.
I succeeded.
Okay, so as you look around the room, you see the following. On the nightstand beside the bed, you see a relatively new copy of a pulp-bound copy of Herman Melville's Moby Dick. You see a brick patio that extends as the wind blows in and kind of takes the curtain a bit. You can see there's a brick patio that seems to lead to an outdoor area. You also hear the sound of water running, and you see steam rolling out of a room that has a door open farther off to your left.
Cool. Good. Good. Glad. What's the last thing I remember?
The last thing you remember is fighting Dietrich,
Oh, cool.
of wishing him death, and
Okay.
then you remember being nice and toasty warm and nothing else.
Great. So, okay, this is just as weird as. Okay, great. I will get up. There's what, steam coming out of like the bathroom?
It seems that is in
Yeah.
fact the room
Okay.
that has the steam coming out of it. Yes.
Is the door closed or open?
There's also it's like 3/4 of the way closed. You know, if you close it all the way, it tends to make mildew.
What
So if you
else
leave
are
it
you
open a bit, the steam rolls out.
What else are you saying?
There, well, if you leave it open a bit, we want to make sure that there's a moisture
Bathroom
doesn't
ventilation
build up.
very poor in those days.
Great. Cool.
Right. They didn't have exterior fans, as our doctor/contractor will tell you. Even when you don't ask about the interior
Well,
construction
I
of plaster.
know a
and-
lot about homes from 1940 to 19.
All right. I'm going to, because I don't.
There's also another door that appears to be leading beyond the steam emitting door, and there's a double sliding door that is against the farther wall.
Okay. Is there like something I could lift up and hit somebody with?
You mean like a bludgeoning instrument, or
Sure.
yeah, there's like lamps.
Great.
There seems to be like a paperweight with a pen
A paperweight.
sitting out of
I
it.
love those. Okay. I'm gonna pick up the paperweight and go stand by the steaming door and knock on it, but be on the side of it.
Okay. So as you get closer, when you pull up a little bit closer to the door, as the steam kind of rolls out, it's that white kind of steam that's being refracted by the light that's inside. It's very difficult to see anything, but you do hear what appears to be, the humming of a tune, perhaps, as somebody seems to be taking a shower inside this room. And as you knock, you hear the water turn off, and there's a pool of a curtain against the rings. Isabella.
Hi.
Are you awake? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I was just, Hey, give me a second. Let me put on something.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the paperweight away then. I wasn't doing anything with that.
The door opens about 15 seconds later with Phil Castillo with a pristine white towel wrapped around his waist as he is standing there. I mean, I'd say glistening, but that seems sort of cliche. But if you could think of something else better than glistening, that's what it is. Glowing, godlike, I don't know, immaculate.
Right. Oh, good
Whatever
game,
it is,
guys.
he's
I'm
there.
off. I need another 2 weeks.
Greg has mastered the art of subtlety.
I really have. I've tried very hard.
So, you're
hey,
alive?
Blake.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, thanks to you.
Yes.
You know, you all right? You need something to eat, something to drink, something.
I am peckish. Where are we?
We're in the Gundam Hotel. We're a couple blocks from. You should probably know a couple blocks from your shop.
Why?
I come here a bit. The others were going somewhere, and they figured, hey, who can keep you alive because you're sleeping? And it was me, because I turn on fire and stuff.
So, okay,
Surprise.
okay, yeah. So you're telling me my friends left me with someone I just met who they previously had thought of as an enemy and let him take me to a hotel.
He
Unconscious.
leans forward until his lips are. He's past your face, and his lips are right by your ear, and he says, "Are we just friends? Is that what we are? We're just friends now. Was this a business arrangement?
No.
Miss Ives, is that what
I
we're
was
saying?
not, I was referring to them as my friends. I think you may have gotten confused.
Are you talking Kate? She knows me. She was there. We fought. What's his name, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Kraut.
Right.
You guys saved my ass. I owe you one. Listen, we could sit here and play coy all day, Isabella,
very
but the
good
truth
at
of it is that even if you ask that fuck-elect, he'll tell you this. I'm a man of my word. You two saved my ass. I was cashing out. I was done. You and O'Callahan, you turned the tide, and more ways than one, I guess. So they asked me, I did it. I would have done it for free, and as far as I'm concerned, I still owe you. So yeah, that's the truth. You want to like touch my hand?
No.
He kind of leans forward and puts his chest out a bit to touch anything you want. You can.
I give
It's a skin to
him
skin,
a
right?
little smack, but not trying. Okay, great. What day is it?
Saturday morning, 29th.
Great. So they went somewhere.
Yeah.
Did they say when they'd be back?
And they didn't. Yeah, I told them where they know where you are. They know that you're in the Gundam. I didn't like secret you away to some, you're not like Rapunzel or some shit. You don't have to throw your hair out the window or something. I mean, we can leave anytime you want. This is where I come. This is where I come whenever. And he walks over and he opens up the double doors, and you can see that it's a closet, and it's filled with about a dozen suits and about a dozen pair of shoes. You can guess that I gotta have places like this to come and re-equip myself.
Great. Oh, well then.
I don't want to give New York a free show, right?
That's up to you. All right. Well, if they know that I'm here, I'm sure they'll be along whenever it's convenient for them. Sabella runs back. Is it a fluffy bed?
Yeah, it's got, with the extra blanket on it, you've got about 5-6 inches of just
awesome.
Nothing but comfort depth before you hit the mattress.
Yeah, I go jump on it. I need.
Oh!
No.
Are you
What?
Oh, you still sleep?
No.
What?
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 I was just being comfortable.
Oh, okay. You said peckish,
Oh,
and then
no, I'm peckish.
you leapt onto.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm glad that you're up and at 'em. So he goes over and there is a phone, and he picks up the receiver. Yeah, this is Mr. Paya, yeah, could you bring up my wife? She's feeling peckish. So, could you bring up, I don't know, what do you like? Do you like, what do you like to eat? You like Italian? No, I'm just joking. What else do you like?
Italian sounds great.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? You like some fresh fruits? Wait, isn't that something? Like fruits, like fruits of some kind and some toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, some like a pot of coffee. You know, maybe a little Irish in it. You know, but something like that, and bring it. Yeah, bring it up. Yeah. All right. What do you mean? No, I don't have no fucking guest. Dillinger. Oh, fuck me. He hangs the phone up. Get dressed. Let's cut over to the Meadham building, as just at this moment in the early morning hours of Saturday the 29th, Allison, Kate has just seen you. She has just lowered the serpent gun as Pete and the woman you know of as the Tyrannish have entered into the purple machine, and they have disappeared. Olympians, the rest of you are in various states of, you're in the hallway and you're exiting out into what was the grand office of Robert Meadham. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take a quick look for that.
That briefcase on the desk, yeah.
You're talking about Pete's briefcase?
Yeah,
That he said he left on the desk
Opportunists.
the last game.
Pete left that, if you look back, in Ives Esoteric and Antiquarian Bookstore. He didn't. He did not bring that with him.
least he left it
Hold me
there.
to it, man.
Yeah.
He did leave a cigar cutter and that letter.
Yes, cigar cutter, letter, and a button that says "Vote Pete."
You guys have
And those were
impeccable
left. And those were left where?
In a nice little pile that seems perfectly arranged at the base of the machine.
Right. Kate lowers the serpent gun and walks in toward the control room. And as she does, she calls back over her shoulder, "Doctor, could you join me, please? I'd love for you to have a look at this before we go."
Certainly.
Now, you got to see the control room of this of the machine that was there in Borneo, right?
Briefly, yeah. I did not have time to study it.
Well, you've got a little bit of time now. Take a quick look at this, and it seems to me like it might be important to write down the configuration of the switches and dials and all of that, just in case we need to get to wherever it is the two of them went.
Certainly. I will take a look, make notes, pull out a little notebook.
And I'm
Where are you pulling that notebook out from? As you have stated before, you are in your
I have my
cocktail
doctor's
dress.
my doctor's bag though. My purse.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would never leave
Okay,
that.
so
That's
that
got
is
my
laying around
eyeball
somewhere.
syringe in it. I don't leave that for anybody to take.
Sure.
So.
Oh, sure. Okay.
It's
My bad.
my
Okay.
purse.
Greta, as you are examining this, I am going to give you options.
Okay.
These are branches. These aren't A or B or C. These are ones that you can pick.
Okay.
Mechanical repair roll.
Okay.
Hey, Kevin, thank you for the donation, my friend. I will check that in a second. Greta, I would like you to... You got an occult roll, you have mechanical repair roll, and you have a spot hidden roll. Now, these are not exclusive of one another. These will build off one another. Tell me what you would like to do first.
First, I'll do the mechanical repair roll.
Can I assist with any of this?
Yes, you absolutely
Can I assist on spot hidden?
Mr. Kevin Lovecraft has given everybody crits.
Oh,
So everyone
Tremendous,
get one
Kevin.
more crit. Thank you very much, my friend.
Kevin
you,
is
Kevin.
keeping the show and me alive.
How do you want the mechanic to work with assisting here?
One of you can roll. Whoever's doing the actual work is going to roll, and you will be rolling with advantage with the help of the other. So you might want to figure out who you want to do what.
So I automatically get advantage on mechanical repair. So
Okay.
do I get advantage squared?
That's not how
No,
advantage works.
you do not, but you can do it yourself if you would like. And I will tell you what, because of that mechanic that's in play, I will allow you to do it, Allison. And then if somehow you fail, I will allow you to assist Greta with the knowledge that you have obtained in failure. But
See, I knew you'd
it's
mellow
my
with
birthday,
age.
so. I'm just getting tired.
How about a critical
Oh!
success?
Oh my gosh!
Oh! A nat crit. I love it. Okay. Here's what you find out as you are doing this base observation of the mechanical repair, Allison. Kate is kind of going over everything, and it isn't so much that she spends time with the dials that she has seen before in Borneo. But as soon as the bank of these archaic knobs and levers kind of dims a bit, and that purple glow that you had seen before, it dims and recedes, it's the map behind you, the map of an almost Hyperborean continental mass that is vaguely, accounting for continental drift and things like that, you can make out South America and Africa as they seem to be spreading from some type of mass continent. You do notice that there are several lights that appear, in our day and age today, they'd be very soft glowing like LEDs that might be just like subsurface LEDs that were put into play to illuminate certain sections of a control panel. You see that there is one of them that is glowing red in what would be Borneo, if you're looking at this correctly, and with a crit, you definitely are. Another one that is glowing red around where Iceland would be. There are several that are glowing white, though. One of them appears to be somewhere in Russia. It's very difficult to tell. One of them is somewhere in Southeast Asia. Again, even with the crit, this isn't the Earth that you know. This is a continent that has experienced eons and millennia of drift. But you can, with the crit, it's somewhere in Southeast Asia. If you had to make a guess, somewhere in India. There are two of them that appear in what would be the continent of Africa now. One of them that appears to be somewhere in the middle of the United States. And because of the crit, I will tell you this, even though this is a very small region to actually have to pinpoint, a crit's a crit, one of them appears to be in Germany.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Who would like to go next?
Try to look at things. I would help.
What am I looking for, Doc?
Any things that seems a bit out of place, perhaps. Some things that would not be on current modern machinery. Something occult, something involving the purple stuff.
Spot hidden gauges.
Okay. Yeah, you get to roll an advantage because Greta has said that she is assisting you in this, and she's basically walking shoulder to shoulder as Kate has kind of like drilled into the map on the wall behind the bank of controls. The two of you are going around the actual controls and looking at things. You notice that it's pretty much the exact same configuration that you only glimpsed in Borneo because of your condition. You were able to see a bit of the control panel and the side control panel as you were being drug in by Kate. And with that glance, you're able to confirm that, yeah, you're pretty sure that it's the same. However, there isn't anything, at least with that roll, there isn't anything new that you have discovered about this particular control panel. And the device in the center, the spinning plates, you did get a good look at that in Borneo, and this appears to be exact as it comes to a duplicate of the one in Borneo.
All right, what time is it by this point?
You're looking at about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Okay. It opens up at 7. Or is it 8?
You were told 7.
Okay.
There's an elevator that goes straight from the first floor, specifically privately, just to this floor. Elijah's just standing there, He's watching for any sign of movement in that elevator.
Dwight got shot for the last time. He's like, where the fuck did they go? Like, he didn't see the machine. All he knows is he appeared in Newark. Is he gone? What happened to him?
I don't know, Mr. Burke. I think it looks like he went through the same kind of vortex or whatever it is that we did when we left Borneo. That's what we're trying to figure out here.
Yeah. We
Why
should
don't you-
collect his personal effects and
Can
I'll shoot to the pile on the floor.
Can I run a quick spot hidden, Jeej, in the room?
You picked up everything you could from that one that helped. Are you looking for anything in particular? I will allow you to spend additional time
Paperwork,
to do that.
anything that we might need. Whose office is this?
Oh yeah, they were looking for that beforehand.
Right.
Okay, you're going out into the office. I had you doing a spot hidden. Okay,
Yeah.
if you want to do a spot hidden out in the office, you go ahead and do that. This will be an additional segment of time. Greta, let's cut back to you. You have one more role that if you would like to add to your knowledge of this particular device, you can roll an occult roll for me if you would.
I'm trying to decide if Greta would roll an occult roll. Everything is science-based to her. She doesn't really believe in the whole occult stuff.
Or if you can think of anybody that might be better equipped to do that, you could, of course, direct them.
Sabella.
Spell's not with us.
Yeah, I don't know that you know enough about Kate either to.
Yeah, no, she
To
would.
even make
She
the
wouldn't
suggestion.
ask Kate, and I'm just mostly trying to figure out if she would even try to think along those lines. Well, we are dealing with cults, kind of, because Caduceus is in two places. I guess she would in more of the cult sense rather than the external sense. More like, these crazy people, what are they doing? All right, and I'll spend a crit on that.
Okay, so you're going to crit the occult knowledge that you might be able to glean from this. Okay, here is what you find out. Much like Barney found out whenever he was able to briefly look over the device that you all don't know about, but meta speaking, that when he looked over the device in Iceland, he was able to ascertain that this device isn't just mechanical, which it is, it's also mystical. And that with each activation of this device, a sacrifice is required. You are also gifted with the following knowledge that this device acts as a means of transport between two distinct places.
Okay.
And it's not that you are disappearing from one place and reappearing in the other. You are disappearing from one place, traveling through something, and arriving at another.
Okay.
With a crit on the occult roll, you are able to divine that the thing that you are traveling through is in fact the blue nowhere.
Okay. Devices.
You are also able to divine that the blue nowhere, or the purple nowhere, is sentient.
Okay.
This is an altar. It is not a control panel.
Well, this is interesting.
What is that, Doctor?
I believe that these Caduceus people are heavily involved in some type of cult. This appears to be a sacrificial altar, not just a mere control panel.
Well, what do you mean altar? I don't see any place for what's being sacrificed.
I will write it all down for you in English when we get to a place that we are not technically legal inside. But I believe that the purple that we traveled through is sentient. And this altar, this device, somehow connects to it, enabling you to travel through it. However, each time it is operated, a sacrifice is required.
Doctor, that's fascinating. I just wonder, when was the last time you slept?
I took a nap before the sniper shot at us on 118th Street.
That's interesting. All right, I think maybe it's time for us to go. What do you think?
I would agree, unless we have enough time to hit the lab, which I unfortunately do not think we
I
have.
went down spot hidden on the office keys while they were doing that.
Before we leave, can I do a spot hidden on this room just to see if there's anything laying around that I could pick up and bring with? I'm thinking potentially Sabella might be able to do a reading on something that I found in here and take something away from that.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody else, whenever Dwight had his spot hidden, it was focused primarily on the device itself. If you want to do something on just the surrounding area, please go right ahead.
I'll crit a spot hidden here for that, Greg. How's that?
Oh, you will?
I will.
Okay, great. As you are looking around, you find what looks to be a scroll that is tucked just inside almost a specific little under compartment of the control panel. And as it pulls out, it appears to be written on some type of hide or mottled flesh, like perhaps some type of like a jaguar or something that carries spots that would have a different pigmentation to the skin when it was removed. You can see that just from the curl as it goes around, as it seems to be capped with 2 brass cap marks.
Kate takes that and tucks it into her bag and starts to think about a place where she might have it gift wrapped on the way back to the bookstore.
Okay, as you take possession of this, I would like you to roll a Constitution check for me, please.
Fuck. I'm so glad I was being cute about that. That made it. Yeah, let's crit the con check.
Okay. As you crit the con check and you pull the scroll out of its little cubby that you found it in, as you retrieve it and draw it forth, the serpent gun clatters to the ground. It slips off of your hand.
Well, that is interesting.
Oops. That's strange. I pick it up.
It seems very rigid.
I tuck it in my bag as well.
It stays there. Let's cut out to Dwight and Elijah, who are now in the office and by the elevator, respectively.
I had rolled a hard success
Dwight,
on spot hidden down the office, bud.
Okay, Dwight, as you're searching through everything, you notice 2 things. One, that there appears to be a bookshelf or a book, just a few books, just on the inside of the desk of what must be Robert Meadham. And you do notice that there is a safe that is open a bit, and there's something inside that safe.
Sorry, we got a safe open over here. Dwight will kind of like, can I do a spot hidden on the safe itself? Make sure to touch it.
No.
Okay.
Your spot hidden is all-encompassing of this room.
Well, then he will
If you
open
would
the
like to
safe,
reach
of
in.
course.
You open it up, and you notice that it seems that there's a lever inside that appears to be activated. And as the lever was activated, on the inside of the safe door, if you only cracked it a bit in low light, you probably would miss it, as Pete did. But when you see, there seems to be a sort of a sleeve on the actual safe door. And when you... Oh, wait a minute. Something has just come in from beyond the grave, beyond the realms of reason. I will check and see exactly what it is. Still campaigning for votes, no matter the location. Critical successes for the entire party, as Pete Abraham gifts you with
The honest
his
one.
campaign promises.
The honest one.
From
Pete Abraham's the only friend Elijah's made this entire trip.
Aww.
Okay, so as you're able to pull this out, Dwight, it's pretty obvious what it is because it's not inside an envelope. It's one of those tri-fold legal bills that seems to be kind of tucked in its own, wrapped with its own strap, and it is a deed to land in Central Park, it appears.
The zoo?
Really?
Yep.
Is Sawyer with me?
He's at the other end of the room by the elevator, but yes, he's within.
Dwight kind of puts it in his pocket.
He doesn't say anything to
Nope.
Sawyer. He just puts it.
Nope.
Okay. You also have the shelf that you have been able to ascertain something of interest from.
Okay. Well, I'll search the shelf. Do I need to do a spot hit?
No. As your spot hidden was a hard success, so that you were able to pick up both of these things. You see that there is a red, worn leather tome, and when you pull it from the shelf, much like the illuminated Bibles and some of the larger texts of like the 15th, 16th century, it has the kind of woven and incorporated bookmarks along the spine that were used. Some of them were like ribbon material. Some of them were actual pieces of leather that were used to mark spaces in some of the gilded and illuminated text. When you pull it out, this tome seems very light compared to its size. And these bookmarks that are hanging, some from the back and some actually marking spaces in the book itself, seem to be braided hair. And they are black, brown, blonde, and red.
Yeah. And they look very occulty to Dwight, like things he's never seen before. Like he would survive.
In Dwight's expert opinion,
he would survive satanic. Not so much what he would know.
Right. Yes, I was going to say, Dwight would not see this as being something. When somebody refers to something as the occult,
satanic
this is the occult,
to Dwight.
It's satanic to somebody that is of especially the Christian Roman Catholic persuasion. That's satanic. As soon as you pull this out with its red bound worn leather and what appears to be hair braided, it's satanic. It's not occult. But yeah, that's what you think.
Dwight kind of like turns to Sawyer. Sawyer, what do you think about this? And kind of tosses him the book.
Looks like you found yourself a satanic hair book, friend.
Yeah. You can go ahead and keep that.
Why, thank you. I'll treasure it always.
Elijah, just as you kind of catch the book, have this exchange with Dwight, there is a buzzing from the elevator.
Elijah's going to let out a sharp whistle, catch Dwight's attention. He's going to point at the elevator, point to the hallway where Lindy and Allison are. Then he's going to turn and he's going to try those stairs down to the floor below, see if he can't leave.
Okay, so you're going down to the 17th floor.
Yeah.
As soon as you go down, you reach the bottom of the stairs, and there is a door there. It opens normally. You notice that actually roll a listen check, spot hidden, just listen or spot hidden.
We tore up that floor.
My spot hidden rolled twice, but they were both successes, so.
Okay, so which is insane, they were one away from each other on two D100s. Anyhow, as you get down there and look, you notice that at the far end of the hallway, you see the floor indicator coming up towards the 17th.
Is there only stairs, or is there only elevators up here on the 17th, or is there a staircase too?
Yeah, down by the main elevator bank.
He's gonna put the demonic hair book into his suit jacket, and then he's gonna work his way over towards the stairs.
Okay, what is everyone else doing at this point?
Are Greta and I even aware that he's left at this point?
Can I whistle? Can I give it like a I can't even do the whistle.
Yeah,
that dumbass whistle.
Yeah, we're gonna say that with the you guys would be able to hear this. There's no listen check required. The hallway between the office and the device room was explained in the narrative as only being 5 to 10 feet. So it's relatively close for you all to be able to keep in contact with especially whistles. So yeah, you hear it.
I think that is a signal.
That is the signal.
We really need a signal.
The
Kate.
whistle.
Kate starts jogging out back toward the office, reaching in and trying to arm the serpent gun in the way that she's accustomed to doing that.
Oh, she's trying to reach in and grab the serpent gun?
Just like she normally would?
Right. And it remains rigid.
Okay. So as she's jogging, she kind of pulls it out and looks at it. Can I inspect it a little bit? Does it...
We can mess with that later, Fraulein O'Callahan. Perhaps we should go now?
You can roll an idea roll for me real quick if you want to.
Can I?
Kate? Sure.
Hard success?
Yeah, it seems like it's not getting along real well with the scroll that you picked up.
Okay. So I, with my left hand, pull the scroll out, toss it over to Greta. Greta,
But
just hold that for a second, would you?
are we picking up things that we do not know are dangerous again?
Just, well, you're the one who's holding it, all right?
Yeah, you've got a hold of
Okay.
it. As soon as Greta grabs hold of it, the twin tails of the snake delicately wrap around your forearm
Yeah, that's right.
and fit back into place.
All right. All right, everything's good now. When we get back out to the office, is Dwight, where are you? You're muted, my friend.
Dwight, you're muted, bud.
My bad. Sawyer has already indicated that he's headed for the steps. Somebody's coming. I'm assuming Dwight would probably be able to listen spot hidden as well to figure out someone's coming through the door. And that's why he whistled to Greta and Kate. And he'd be heading for said door where Sawyer is.
For the door down to 17?
Yes.
All right. And just to be clear, the elevator is coming up to this floor, right? To 18.
We don't know, probably.
No. As soon as you guys get into the office building, the cage carriage and car for the elevator that went to the 18th is there. It's just buzzing. It's making some type of
Dwight's
call.
ready to intimidate somebody. I have yet to use that role. I'm ready to intimidate if I have to.
Duly noted.
Yes.
You are. You have
I'm in intimidation mode.
Queued up. Okay, gotcha. You've got that pocketed and ready to
Yes.
rock. Gotcha.
Mr. Burke, where's Mr. Sawyer?
He headed for the steps, Kate. We got people coming.
All right. Let's go. Let's
We gotta
go.
go.
Doctor, after you.
Fine.
Everybody that's currently in the office, I will allow you to roll an idea roll.
Okay. You know, my idea is
That's-
just to climb down the side of the building the way I came up, but that's probably a really bad idea. I
It's a
blame
regular success.
Dwight would rather
likewise.
intimidate.
Okay.
Kate's got-
well, you
Kate's got her own
actually
plan.
score
She's
the
the real
highest.
critical thinker here.
Yeah, apparently I'm thinking
So
it though.
right, as you are just gearing up to intimidate somebody, somehow an idea slips through.
Oh,
And right, as you're sitting there and everybody's getting ready to quit down to the 17th floor, you look back and you see the wide open hexagonal hallway that is leading into the device chamber that is very apparent, very open here in the Robert Meadham. And there's an open safe.
And a
There's a
busted-in
drawer that's
window.
open. That's the busted-in windows in this one too. Yeah. So
well, with this grand idea that everything's open, is there a way to close it in Dwight's mind, spot hidden wise?
you remember that you saw that lever in the safe.
Okay, Dwight runs back for the lever. You know,
Mr. Burke, what are you doing? We got to go.
the lever. I'm closing it up so they don't see us coming.
Well,
You know, we could be common thieves, apparently.
we broke the damn window. They're going to know somebody was here.
I did not break the window.
As soon as you kind of like readjust the lever down into its neutral state, you see that the twin pieces of wall slide back together and form a completely invisible seal that is blocking the hexagonal tunnel from view. You can close the safe and close the drawer behind
Can we
the...
close the curtains?
Yeah, if you want to.
I
forget
did
the
not
broken
break
glass
the
and shit all
window,
over the
but I
floor,
did
but-
break the wall in the floor below us.
Okay, so as you all are heading down to the 17th, Elijah's
Wait.
a little bit ahead of you.
Before we go, as
Uh-huh.
as the other two are running down the stairs,
I'm gonna have to shoot somebody.
come on. What do you think I'm gonna run out of here without blowing some shit up? Kate turns back and aims the serpent gun at the
Fuck it.
desk, directly at the desk, and fires off a shot.
Can I take the elevator down?
Roll a spot hidden for me.
I just want to shoot something. All right. Fail.
Okay, so when you click or activate the serpent gun, it fires, but you are unaware of the fact that until after it is shot, that it does not obey. And it jumps about 6 inches, and the shot goes through the window, through the curtain in the window beyond.
Well, what the?
Fraulein O'Callahan.
Can I adjust and take another shot?
Sure, yeah. Elijah, you see the floor indicator reach 17. Go ahead and take your shot and roll a spot hidden for me.
Kate, what are you doing?
Damn it.
Being foolish. Is the elevator ready to go down?
You're not even here anymore.
I'm in the elevator. If that's possible, heading down to the bottom floor.
Back at the elevator or the stairs? Where are we?
I failed the shot but succeeded at the spot hidden.
This time the gun doesn't even fire.
Well, damn it. All right. Where are you? Are you going down the stairs or are you?
Yeah,
in
I
the
need
elevator?
Elijah, you are in front of the bank with the book hidden on the 17th, correct?
Yeah, he was gonna head to the far staircase.
Okay, Elijah, you make it.
Yeah.
As you walk into the staircase. Where's everybody else?
Elevator.
You're going on the
Dwight's
elevator
going
on
for the
18th.
stairs. Dwight's
Yeah.
going for the stairs.
Dwight's on the... Okay, this is where the Olympians decide they're going to run like ants after their hill's been stepped on.
Dwight went where Sawyer. He saw Sawyer. He knows Sawyer knows how to get out of places. He would follow Sawyer.
Okay. Kate, where are you?
As Dwight runs, she says, "Mr. Burke, make sure you cover Mr. Sawyer. We'll meet you back at the bookstore." And she heads for the elevator with Greta.
Yeah, Dwight kind of like throws up the hand, like I understand.
Okay, here's what happens. Greta, Kate, you get into the cage and the carriage of the elevator, and as soon as the cage is activated, the buzzing continues, and you activate the lower to go to there's only one indicator for this carriage. You begin to descend.
Can I go through the opening in the top? I want to be on top of the elevator.
These carriages do not have
No.
access.
Okay.
They do not. These are basically lead coffins that have a lever in them.
That's a weird
right?
metaphor. That's just a strange metaphor that you would use.
It is, right? Have you guys ever seen Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes.
I know Lindy has. So as you guys are going down, Lindy and Kate, you notice that the elevator is seeming to pick up speed.
Okay.
Let's cut back
I know
down.
what to do with
Elijah.
this scenario in real life, so I am prepared.
Okay, because this is real life. Elijah, as you get into the stairwell and begin to, I'm assuming, head downstairs.
You know it.
Okay, you get all the way to the first floor, walk out. There seems to be some commotion in the lobby. You have an easy shot to the front door.
I'll try to see if he can hear what people are talking about in the commotion. But yeah, he's trying to leave. He's going to try to find
Sure,
that driver
you-
that took us here.
Sure. As you walk out, you can roll a listen check, and at the same time, Dwight, you throw open the door from the 18th to the 17th, the one that had previously had voodoo red shit on it. And as you throw open the door, the elevator doors at the far hall open up, and you see two gentlemen standing there in suits. But let's cut back to the Gundam Hotel, everybody, to see exactly what's going on there as Phil Castillo takes his hand away from the receiver, puts it down, and looks over and says, Sabella, we gotta get out of here.
Great, good. I did not want to stay for anything in particular. I will get dressed. Do I have clothes here? He mostly just has clothes. Oh, I have...
Yeah, he immediately starts throwing on clothes as towel drops, clothes on.
Good.
Nope. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. You can roll spot hidden if you want, but it's not
Is it
necessary.
really hidden?
I mean, it's just...
No, it's all
It's
out.
not. If you want detail,
I'm looking for Katie's flight jacket. I can use my imagination, Greg.
Okay. Well, the flight jacket is laying on a chair in the corner, and
Great.
it's right there. It seems to be a little singed, a little burned. You don't remember quite exactly why, but you wrapped it around someone that's on fire, Kate.
Whatever. I'm putting it on. Are there any other clothes for me to wear? Do I need to stay in this nightgown?
There are a few men's outfits, and there appears to be one of your dresses in a brown paper bag that has been set there with a pair of your shoes.
Great.
Yes, whichever one that you would like.
Yes, perfect. This is very important.
As soon as you get completely dressed and you're just about ready to slip on your shoes, there is a knock at the door, and Phil stops, and he looks over at you. He moves. Let's see how quietly he moves.
Yeah, it wasn't quiet if I recall.
He walks over, and the floorboards a little bit as he walks over, and he says, "Listen, this room is rented out in the name of Maria Pyre, excuse me.
That's terrible.
Why don't you
Phil, that's awful.
I don't.
Hello?
Listen, I don't own no buck. Yeah. You hear from the other side of the door. I'm looking for a Mr. Castillo.
Sorry?
May I have a moment of your time?
Sure.
At this point, Phil's looking at you like... And he reaches down, and that paperweight that you were going to club him with, he pulls the pen out of it, and he scribbles really quickly on the pad of paper that says Gundam Hotel over it. And he takes the time to write out, "It's fucking Dillinger." Then he writes "killer" and underlines it. Then he pulls the page off, tears the page off, and he writes, "I'm scared of him."
Okay.
And then he says, "Me," and he points to himself. "And I turn on fire," he writes out.
What do you want me to do? No, you wanted me to talk to him.
You gotta fucking talk to him.
That's what I'm gonna do, dummy.
The guy's like a fucking panther.
Shut your pretty mouth. Shut up. I'll go over to the door.
My mouth's
Shut up. Shut
I was just checking.
I'll tell him to go hide in a different room.
He goes out on the patio.
Means literally nothing to her. Yeah, I'll go to the door.
Okay, so you're able to go out on the door, and you see a gentleman sitting there. He's shorter. He's maybe 5'6", 5'7"-ish. But he seems much larger, has a lot of presence about him, a very thin mustache over his top lip. as you see there's not a hole to look out of. There is an actual little door that you open that you can look out of. So if you see him there.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Pyre.
You can call me Maria. Hi.
I'm looking for an Italian gentleman by the name of Phil Castillo. Have you seen him?
I don't think so, but I've just been here.
Is he inside? If I were to open the door, you were to let me in, would he be inside?
No.
Roll a persuasion
I'm
check.
gonna crit it, you fucker.
Hey, technically he's not inside.
He stares at your face as you say, no. When did you check into the Gundam Hotel?
Why are you asking me that? Now, I'm, very friendly, but this seems a little... Are you with the hotel?
Yep.
I mean, this time? I don't know. I have been drinking quite heavily, if I'm being completely honest with you. And that is true.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm just gonna crit it. Use this situation.
The man that has been identified to you both by Phil Castillo and apparently by the person that runs the room service as Dillinger looks at you and kind of rocks back on his heels a bit. I apologize. I must have been misinformed. If you happen to see anybody matches the description of a larger Italian gentleman, slick back, black hair, answers to Phil. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to let me leave a message at the front desk. My name is John.
Okay.
Roll a luck roll for me.
Oh my god. It's so scary, crap. Okay. Hard success.
Okay, Summer, thanks again. Let's see what Summer's done real quick. Summer, 2 crits for Lauren. And making me laugh until I cry. From Summer.
You missed me.
So she gets them back. Awesome. Love it. Okay, so Dillinger nods his head. He walks away. You hear him, you kind of the murmured civil discussion between the elevator operator, and you hear his carriage lower. And just as his carriage lowers, the other carriage opens, and a person carrying room service with fruit and toast and a pot of coffee comes rolling out, just enough for 2 people, as he rolls right up to the door, and you're still right there, and you see a young man knock on it, and he goes, Miss Paya? Room service?
There's nothing strange. Is there anything strange looking about this man?
Define strange looking.
Doesn't look like he's got like guns hidden under his cart or anything.
Roll spot hidden.
Okay.
You gonna crit this one?
No. I'm not gonna use
No,
any
he looks
luck
good.
either.
Okay, yeah, he looks like he's not packing heat.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
He comes, like, as soon as the door opens, he comes rolling in with this tray of delectable fruits, toast, and a pot of coffee, and he rolls it up and begins that chit chat that only a person walking into someone else's hotel room can say when they look around and see suits and flight jackets and a towel on the ground. And, oh, the weather's really cold outside. You should probably close that window. It's only supposed to be up to 60 today. And as he starts to kind of arrange everything, and then he stands there, and he goes, well, if there won't be anything else.
Oh, I don't have any money for a tip. I'm very embarrassed. Thank you. Let's just try to
Really?
charm my guilt away. Go very
Roll me a charm if you like.
Kiss on the cheek. It's fine. You're pretty.
success. I'm very pretty.
Well, it's nice to see you, Miss Pyre. If you need anything, you know, my shift's over in 15 minutes. Go ahead and call. He
Thank you.
leaves. As soon as the door closes, you see the curtain billow a bit, and you see Phil kind of peeking in from the outside.
Cold out there?
You do notice that the clothing that he is wearing is flaking off of him in so much ash.
Wow, you were scared.
It's fucking Dillinger.
I don't know what that means.
It's fucking
It
Dillinger!
means nothing.
Well, how can that not mean anything to you? Where the fuck have you been for the last 2 months? You read a paper?
No.
It's fucking Dillinger.
I was in some purple clouds being dissolved. Okay, so, well, you can't obviously go out the front door then.
No.
I can, though.
Yeah. See, I kept you safe, right? Boom.
Yes.
You kept me safe.
Yeah, there we go.
I owe you 2 now.
Okay.
I owe Kate 1. I owe you 2.
All right. I'll write that down when I get back to my store.
Listen. I don't want to seem like a fucking wimp here or anything.
No.
Dillinger. It was wrong of me to assume that you would know who Dillinger was. I apologize for assuming that you knew who Dillinger was and that you read papers because you own a bookstore and keep up with current events. But in the world that I walk in the world that fucker Lek walks in, Dillinger's the guy you call when you want to get rid of somebody, when you don't want to see them no more, when you want to forget about them. Like, you want to look at, he's so good, when you look at old family pictures, that fucking person's gone. Like, he just sneaks in and cuts them out. I mean, motherfucker's thorough. And he's good at taking out people like me. Does that make sense?
How does he do that?
I don't fucking know. If I knew, I'd stop him from doing it, Sabella. I don't know.
Huh.
Some people say he's got, like, special bullets and knives and shit. I don't know. He's got all kinds of crazy shit. The guy's like a walking killing machine. I mean, normal people fucking forget about it. You know, me. I mean, he can tear through me. You gotta watch yourself. You gotta tell those others, watch out for this fucking guy, man. I don't care what the, you know. I mean, I'm sure fucking Lek would, like, tongue his ass or something and be able to get out of it, but the rest of them, are gonna go down. And not in a good way.
Okay. Understood. I'm very, very frightened.
Good. All right.
Right. So how are we getting out of here?
I don't know. We look at this, and he indicates the tray full of delectable fruits,
I'm
toast,
hungry.
and coffee. Why don't we sit down for a second? You all have all kinds of things that you're doing. You and I were discussing something in the library before fucking lights went out, and you know, that fucking Dietrich.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
listen.
Did we get all of them?
Get all of what?
All the Dietrichs. There was,
Yeah, we're alive.
but there was.
Fucking Kate, you
She had
Fucking Kate killed them both.
what? The chandelier and with
Yeah.
there was
Yeah,
another
I mean,
one. There was one 100 yards away. Did we get him?
This. You don't remember like what happened?
I do, but I think I'm just masking it in a heavy haze of denial because this fruit's very good.
You did something to them. It made them all start screaming. I'm pretty sure it was
All
you.
of them?
I mean,
Not just the one under the chandelier?
yeah, like there's one that was behind us. The Kate fucking boom, 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 cap. I'm telling you what, I take it back. You know, Lect might be able to like schmooze his way out of this shit.
I think you said
I don't know,
tongue his
man.
ass, if I recall.
Tongue his ass. Yeah, well, you know, I wasn't gonna like go back down that path, but you did, so that's
was a
fine.
colorful
I see where we are
phrase.
now. Good, but I mean, Kate and Dillinger. I mean, that might be a good one. I mean, not even money, but like, smart money. There's smarter money on O'Callahan. But anywho, listen, you don't. In all seriousness, like you did something to them you made them fucking start screaming. Like,
Oh.
I've heard men scream before, but I ain't never heard shit like that. That's pretty profound. But that wasn't. And at this point, he kind of closes the distance between you, as he's starting to like kind of brush off, and he's already soot covered again. And he says, "It's not the." I don't know how to fucking say this, Isabella, but you turned into me.
I was
Not like a dude,
No,
but like you, but like on fire.
Yeah, well, I was just, thinking about you and stopping you from drowning. So maybe that was it. All right. Maybe you should go clean up again. You're very ashy.
I will, but listen, I don't have any lotion either. Another thing, do you can you do that again? Can you like, fucking, like, is that something you can like do? Like, if you think about me, you can do what I fucking do?
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy if you can, I ain't never heard of nobody outside of my family being able to do it. But, I mean, Kate will tell you. I mean, if you don't trust me, Kate will fucking tell you. I mean, you were flaming on, man. Same as me. You were fucking, like, flying when you were doing. You're, like, off the ground, like, floating.
Oh.
I'd never seen it before. I mean,
Oh.
it was beautiful.
You should go shower. You should. You should go.
Yeah, I will, but I mean, I appreciate it,
Well, you're welcome.
Hey, I can make it up to you a bit. Come here.
What?
Yeah, come here.
I am walking towards you. I literally cannot.
Keep walking.
I cannot be any closer to you.
Sure you can. Get just a little bit closer. Okay, he's literally like nose to nose with you.
Yes. You smell like pie.
You caught that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you caught that. He reaches back and pulls the curtain aside and indicates out onto the patio. And it's a brick patio with a stone, kind of like a fencing barrier around the outside. And when he kind of puts his arm around you and takes you out, and you see that there is a view of the river. And he points down and he says, I heard a couple of your friends talking about something called the Tug Pegasus. He points. That's it. Right fucking there. And let's cut back to the Meetum building as everyone is Elijah, you are able to. Did you roll a listen check for me, bud?
I failed the listen check. He is more focused on just getting out of there.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to clear out, but when you get outside, the 32 Packard and the driver are both gone.
He will lean up against the front of the building, outside of the front doors, a little bit to the side, and wait to see what he sees and sees if his friends show up or if he hears the signal from Dwight being gunshots.
Let's go over to
It's
Dwight.
coming.
Dwight, as you get down and you open up the door from the 17th to the 18th, you see the elevator door open and two gentlemen in suits walk out, and
Can I stealth?
they don't seem to see you right away.
Okay.
Don't
All right, let me ask you something. All right, so give me the whole layout. They're down the hallway for me, right? As I come through the door, they're directly down the hallway.
Direct straight down the hallway.
All right, can I look toward the window where that we came out of? Does it go down?
It goes 17
Well,
floors
yeah,
down.
I mean, other than me falling down, is there another ladder that leads to the 16th, 15th, 14th, whatever?
Oh, there are no ladders. There are ledges that provide ample opportunities to descend
Okay. So,
quickly or rapidly,
Okay, well,
or slowly or quick.
can I surmise the guys quickly?
You're giving me a spot hidden.
Yeah. Success.
These seem to be your everyday hired corporate thugs. You can tell by the way they're walking and how they are kind of keeping their jackets a bit open that they're both probably carrying pistols, at least.
Does Dwight think he can intimidate past them? Or is he going to have to kill them?
That's totally up to you. They do not seem to have noticed you yet.
So I have a choice to go through the window and use a crit to get down or kill both these guys. I have 2 shots with the grand.
Sure.
Dwight plugs him.
Okay, roll 2 attack rolls for me. Oh, the first one's extreme. Okay.
The second one was
Boom,
extreme.
boom. Okay, they both drop.
Yeah. Boom. Dwight heads for the door. Dwight heads for the elevator quickly.
You're heading for the elevator?
Well, where did they? My question is: steps? Do they go down to where I can get to just get the hell out of there? Is the way over?
The elevators that they came out of, beside them are stairs that lead down.
Yep.
Those stairs are the stairs that Elijah took.
Gotcha.
You don't know that.
He will follow where Elijah went.
Okay, you don't know that, but you would assume
Yeah,
since the elevator's up there and Elijah's not here that he's probably went down the stairs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll allow you to go down that. Let's cut to Kate and Greta. You guys are in the carriage of the from the 18th.
Yeah.
Okay, so the elevator begins to pick up speed.
Mm-hmm.
And the indicator on the side begins to swing much faster as it begins to escalate. And when you two look at each other, the side kind of sweep of Greta's hair starts to lift a bit as a few strands of Kate's hair begin to lift a bit as you all are very close to free fall at this point.
Now, is there any? You said this is basically like a metal box. Is there any mechanical box or anything? Because if not, I know what to do in this scenario.
The only mechanics in this place are the grate itself, and you would know this, that the grate is basically a circuit. When it closes, then it is able to engage the power and go down. The other aspect of mechanics in here is the actual lever itself.
Okay, so no way to slow down, really. Okay.
I mean, you can try whatever you'd like.
Well, the lever only controls the downward descent, and if we're going really fast, I really doubt flipping it the other way is going to help. So!
Yeah, you're continuing.
I know what to do.
I need a decision
This
from
is-
both of you
this
guys.
Is a,
Yep.
this is a safety announcement for everyone in case you are in a falling elevator, because I actually know what to do. You get in the corner, and you brace yourself in the corner, but you keep your knees not locked. You don't want to lock your knees because when you hit the ground, you'll break your legs. So you keep loose knees, and you brace yourself with your arms in the corner of the elevator. PSA for the day, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Project Athena, where we tell you how to survive a fucking descending elevator. In 1933 or 2018, this could save your life, people. Summer, I'm talking to you. You need to pay attention to this shit and stop worrying about Phil, okay? I want you to listen to this. This could save your life.
It could.
We want you
No
here
one
for
really
years
knows
and
what
years
to
and
do in a
years.
falling
This is a
elevator.
safety show.
That
you guys.
deserves a crit.
Burning libraries, okay? Descending elevators, giant snake bites. We want you to pay attention.
Listen to Strider.
Don't get the plague.
He's a doctor, for God's sakes.
I thought he was a pilot.
And a general, right? And a pilot. And a sniper.
Sniper, right, sniper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what to do in a falling elevator, folks.
Okay, so as
So-
Greta gets over into the corner and braces,
But
Kate,
with
where
Or
you
not.
going?
Soft knees. So you do.
She's going soft knees.
Yeah,
You see
you don't
her
wanna break
going
your
soft
legs.
knees.
As the descent begins to pick up, Kate looks around for a second. She goes, "Woo! All right, this is my kind of ride." And she reaches over for wherever the controls are. So you said the grate, and then there's a control box. Greg, I'm ready to roll just about anything you want me to roll. What do you need here?
Tell me what you would like to do. You two
Not
would
die.
know
I'd like to
that-
not die.
Yeah. Not die. Okay, we need to roll the salvation mechanic here.
Okay.
Right.
I just told you how to not die in an elevator.
You know,
Right. As Greta is soft kneed in the corner, Kate bursts into action.
Not-
She is going to. Right. Okay,
I forgot you
Allison,
wanna
you
show
have the grate itself that you could try to open or interact with in some way. You have the actual up-down lever that you could try to interact with in some way. I will give you the option to do one of those two.
so my assumption is that the up-down lever has been overridden, but if I can open the grate, it'll activate some kind of safety and maybe stop this thing. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to try.
Okay.
What do you want?
So, to the grate, mechanical repair, please.
Okay. And from a mechanical perspective, I get advantage on these.
You do.
Regular success, hard success.
Okay, so with the first, we'll say narratively that you kind of get like two chances or goes at this thing, and the first time you try to move anything, there is a safety catch on the inside that does not allow you to do this. It seems to be some type of like a standard in practice to keep people from inadvertently stopping the elevator. You release that catch and rip it open just as the car splashes down into something. Now, Kate, you know the sound of a splashdown. You know the sound of something solid hitting something that isn't solid or something that is liquid. And it's eerily deja vu-ish for you as this smash hits down. I'd like you both to roll dex checks. Greta, I will let you know that your knees are fine, but you're still going to roll a dex check.
Okay,
You should
cool.
have
I
advantage.
won't break my legs. Yeah, do I get advantage for my safety knowledge elevator stuff?
No.
That's a regular success for
Regular
Kate.
success.
As this is happening, as we're like dropping, and I see Greta back in the corner, kind of getting
Soft
in that
knees,
position.
Yeah. The elevator's
She's like,
falling safety position.
you know, doctor, this reminds me a lot of that question you asked me back in that whole psychotherapy thing about, like, what would you do if the plane was crashing? And you can't just like stand there and keep your knees soft and think you're going to live through this thing. You got to do something.
This
Or
is
else-
exactly how you survive an elevator fall. I read some manual. This is scientifically proven. I did experiments.
Ladies and gentlemen, You thought that the Spock McCoy debate was over? Oh no. Emotion and logic continues. To this day, it is just evolved into Greta and Kato Callahan. Ladies, when you smash into this fluid,
My legs don't break.
neither people's legs break, but you both pitch forward. Greta, from your corner, you kind of hit Kate's back, and Kate, you go flying out of the door you just opened as the carriage itself begins to list and tilt, and the two of you splash out. And for a moment, the light in the carriage, blinks and kind of flashes a bit, and you see that there is a grand expanse of purple fluid
Scheiße.
around you as you splash and roll into it. Dwight, let's cut back up to you, buddy, as you have just shot two people and you are running down the steps.
Yeah.
Roll a listen check for me. Elijah, roll a listen check for me too, please.
I don't think anybody would hear that. Very muffled.
The falling elevator.
Yeah, that would probably be more of a ordeal. Fail. So.
Elijah, you do see several people start scrambling up the stairs that you left.
Cool, man.
Oh, they're coming towards me.
You shot people.
I mean,
What happens?
you're like in a falling elevator.
I knew what to do.
I know what
It's
you
only
do.
strange if the people don't know that it's falling.
Can Dwight? How much time does Dwight have to take apart the gun, put it in the bag?
You don't know.
Dwight will use his military training. Do I have to use? Can I take some sort of dex check to take apart the gun as fast as possible?
Sure, yeah. I'll take a dex check from that.
Okay.
Elijah's gonna casually walk back over somewhere near the front desk or anywhere he can see the telephone.
Mild success.
The phone wires are cut.
You see a bank
Yes.
of phones off to the side. You guys saw when you came in. None of them appear to be occupied.
I'm gonna
Okay.
hang out in that area instead.
Okay. So yeah, you got a regular success. You have everything done except the final crack of the forward from the stock as you're pulling it out, and you hear the sounds of footsteps coming from a couple floors below you.
Help! Dwight starts screaming. Help! There's shots! Somebody's shooting up here! He's been in this spot before.
Roll a persuasion check.
How about an... Yeah. Really? You got what? Who would not believe me? Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, there's only a shit.
Well,
I'll
that's
crit it.
Cthulhu,
Screw
though.
it. I'm going to crit it.
I'm the sniper now. He's the smooth talker.
Yes, I'm going to crit all that.
Okay, so as you kind of break the gun down, and where are you putting this?
I have a bag, right?
Okay, you're gonna put it in your bag.
Of course. I
Okay,
mean, yeah,
you're-
I'm going to
Okay.
disassemble the gun as fast as I can, and help! I've heard shots. Dwight is screaming like he's been shot himself almost.
Okay, as you are saying this, and just as you stow the broken down pieces of the gun into your bag, two people wearing similar suits to the two that you murdered a couple feet above walk up, and they've got
I'll
revolvers
murder them too.
pulled out, pointing at you. And they walk up, and one of them says, "Well, what the fuck are you doing here, man?"
Listen, I was. They told me to clean up here. Somebody is shooting in there. I don't know what the hell's going on.
What do you mean someone's shooting in there?
Somebody's shooting in there. They're. I don't know what's going on, man. I got to get the hell out of here. Dwight acts frantic.
The second guy moves past you, and his gun's on the door that you came out of. And the guy that has been talking to you walks up beside you, his eyes on the door above.
Did they turn
and
their
he
backs
says-
to me?
One of them has, the other one's passing by you, and he says, "Listen, man, get downstairs, but check in with the guys at the bottom."
I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Dwight was about to kill him, by the way, and he runs.
He walks past them, and the stairs below you are open.
Dwight bolts. I mean, he is bolting as fast as he can get down the steps.
Okay, let's cut back to Kate and Greta as. Oh wait, no, it's not right now. let's
It's a
let's drop back
show.
to. Let's cut back to Elijah as you are sitting there in the lobby area. You see that there are several people kind of going back and forth, and at this point you see a very large Packard similar to the one that Pete drove, only this one seems to be a brand new model, a lot of shiny extras added to it with chrome and things of that nature. And you see it kind of squeal up in front of the building. A very large bald gentleman jumps out, opens up the back door, and a man that's even taller than this one steps out with a huge, I mean, almost a biblical gray beard walks out. He is he's a lot thinner than the man that opened the door for him as he sweeps up into the building. And as soon as the door opens, one of the thugs or the mercenaries that have been barking out the orders here in the lobby turns and he says, Mr. Meadham, we got a problem. It's up on in the lobby area of your office. And he just sweeps forward, gets to his elevator, and he sees that the grate is open, and you see him whisper to the others, and they pull open the door of the grate that is there, and he looks down. And a second later, he jumps into the shaft.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Roll a spot hidden for me, Elijah.
Can't I just convince myself that I saw it? Oh, I got a success. Look at that.
As your eyes kind of turn away from this, what you just saw, whatever this was of this man jumping into an elevator shaft, you notice that a few of the eyes have turned your way as they're just beginning to realize you don't look like you belong here. Would you like to do anything?
No, I'm waiting for Dwight.
Okay. Let's cut now to Greta and Kate. You all splash into this purple fluid, but unlike the purple fluid that you all had experienced after your trip in Borneo and had been in stasis for several months, this is fast moving. And as soon as you hit, it begins to sweep you away as if you are caught in the current of some deep and terrible underground river. And in a moment, you are thrust into darkness as the feeble light from the electronic bulb inside the carriage goes out. And you are going, I need you both to roll a luck roll for me, please.
Okay.
Crit.
I'll
You have
crit.
so many, Lindy. Just crit it.
I have decent luck. I have as much luck as Sawyer does almost. But I'll crit it. Brings me down.
Okay, so as you both crit this, just at the last second, you all are able to kind of throw shoulders up and throw arms up as you smash into bits of rubble, bits of stonework that seem to be just as you pass by it. It's more of a tactile thing than actually being able to see. It's you can feel the hewn stone, you can feel brick, and you can feel like the stacked ancient block of perhaps one of the original sewer structures of New York City. And as you are sweeping through here, you lose sight of one another. In fact, you never saw one another as soon as the light went out. But you may be able to catch muffled grunts as one or the other of you smashes into something. Despite the luck rolls, you are still going to take damage. As I will do Greta first. Take 6 damage.
Ow.
And Kate takes 3 damage. And you all end up in a pool, and there is a light that's giving you just enough of a glow that you can see a sandy embankment.
We're in a sewer.
The The purple fluid has diluted to the point now where it is just a murky water and you are floating. Kate, you notice that Greta has a huge gash right above her eyebrow where she has apparently struck something as she has gone through in the dark. You yourself are just kind of covered in cuts and abrasions, but Greta seems to have taken quite a hell of a shot to the head.
Doctor, are you all right?
I would have won right today. I believe I took a slight blow to the head. Are you?
Well, you took more than a slight blow. Here, let me take a quick look at that.
Open my medical bag.
Yeah. I'm gonna crit the first aid roll on this, Greg.
Just hold a mirror. I can tend to it.
Just be quiet for a second.
Yeah.
I've worked with head wounds before.
I was just going to say, as if she's had experience with head wounds, she is able to bind you pretty quickly. And to the point where Greta would actually kind of reach up and feel it. And
almost said that does not surprise me when you said you've worked with head wounds before.
Well, my doctor used to say head wounds always look worse than they are. But I think you're going to be all right. You need a roll here?
Nope, you said you critted it, right?
Yeah.
I got 1 HP?
Yes, 1 HP back, yep.
Cool.
You will now begin to heal normally. Any infection from this awful water has been taken care of by the expert handling of one Kate O'Callahan, America's flying sweetheart, and America's head wound specialist. As you all kind of wash up on this sandy bank in the subterranean river, sewer, whatever it happens to be, you see that there is a kind of a rickety old staircase that leads up to a set of more modern looking metal stairs that head higher up.
Well, up seems to be the right way to go. You doing all right?
Yeah, I am just fine.
All right. Kate takes a look at the serpent gun that's still on her hand, and she sticks it back in her bag and then reaches down to her holster and draws her .45 and takes the lead up the stairs.
Is there another way out besides the stairs?
It looks as if the water picks up again at a far sewer, but as far as, and the back way you came, but the current seems to be a little too strong.
Yeah, she'll follow Kate then.
Okay, you all get up to the metal stairs and they lead up, and you can tell that you are now above ground, but it looks as if you are in one of those elevated hatches. In what they used to call them top closets that give you access to the ground. The door is locked from this side though, but it is easy enough to pop it.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Okay, you guys open the door and swing it open, and you walk out, and you see that you are in the beginnings of the construction of the zoo in Central Park.
Mm-hmm. Got holding the .45 behind my back just as we kind of open the door, just in case there might be somebody waiting for us on the other side that might be a little nervous.
But isn't this a coincidence?
I bet it's not, Doctor.
Both of you roll listen checks for me, please.
Yeah. Listen. That's a library use. Just kidding. Listen. Oh! Oh!
Greta, as the head wound is kind of making your ears ring a bit, the ringing stops because of the applications and touch of Kate O'Callahan, and just as your head kind of reorients itself and your vision singles instead of doubles, you hear a splash behind you, and you hear the ancient stairs start to...
Can I close the door and look it's behind me?
You can't lock it from the outside, but you can certainly close it.
I will close it. Fraulein O'Callahan, there is someone following us. And I do not recall Herr Sawyer or Dwight following us in the elevator. We should hoof it.
Kate takes a quick look around. What else do we see here?
Is there like a chair or a shovel? Something we could just like block the door.
Roll.
Well, I got a gun.
Roll
a luck check.
Okay.
Roll a luck roll for me, yeah.
It's a success, Greg.
You look around for a second, and you don't see a shovel, you don't see a chair, but you do see a wheelbarrow that seems to be set to the side. Has been flipped upside down to keep rain
Can
out.
I wedge it in front of the door so that whoever opens it is gonna have a hard time getting open?
Yeah,
Now-
sure. Roll another luck roll.
Now,
I'll let you.
Doctor, what are you doing?
I am buying us time, hopefully.
Well, whoever it is, I think I might like to talk to him a little bit, don't you?
9.
Well, look, here's what I'm thinking. Just when they come through the door, you could hit them with the wheelbarrow, and then I could be on top of them
Just
with
throw
my.
the wheelbarrow down and walk away.
As you are walking away after this conversation, the door
I'm behind the
begins
door.
to open. Okay. The door, you see the door handle go down. It's a lever handle, goes down and presses open. And let's cut back to the Gundam Hotel as Phil is indicating right there. It's the Tug Pegasus.
Yeah, I knew where it was. I have a great idea, Phil. Phil, I have a great
Yeah.
idea.
Right.
We're gonna sneak you out under the room service cart. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak you
That's
out.
pretty good. That's a pretty good idea.
I know. I have great ideas all the time. So my friend over there, he said he gets off in 15 minutes. Probably want to call him 5 before. So that means we have 10 minutes to do something else.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
To do something else.
Yes. And you are wasting
here?
some of the time as you speak.
What do you want to do?
I kiss him. Stupid Phil. The cider's kicking
Phil is laughing a bit as your lips touch his, and much like he did in the library, he reaches down and his hands move from your shoulders down to your elbows. But in this move, instead of just lifting you up, he is sweeping the pink dress from your shoulders as he does so. And he is lifting you up and taking you back towards the bathroom. And on the way back, his lips part yours just long enough to say, I hope I didn't use up all the hot water. And we'll cut back to Dwight as Dwight is running for his fucking life down the staircase. Dwight, I want you to roll a luck check for me, please.
Come on, bro. Really? Luck?
Yeah.
Why can't it be spot or why does it be luck? I'm
Because
not
you
quitting
need
this.
luck
I'm
right
gonna,
now.
I'm gonna, whatever happens. Dwight will pull 45, or actually, Dwight will pull a grease gun if he has to. Oh my God!
Okay.
Jesus Christ! I cannot believe I succeeded. Yes, thank you.
Okay, narratively, this is how it happens. At the last minute, Dwight, you hear the footsteps coming up. And in old buildings like this, as we kind of described it for 116th Street, God rest its soul, there are twin staircases back before people were really concerned about.
Right.
They were concerned more with architecture instead of aesthetics or utility. So you had up and down staircases. Well, you hear them coming up. And at the last minute, you're able to launch yourself from the 8th floor to the 6th floor, and you bypass them as you are falling, and you grab hold and pull yourself up on the other side, swinging your bag and everything as you walk down.
Can I say something real quick?
Army of
They were
men
some
come-
lucky
yeah.
motherfuckers because they were dead. If they weren't, they were gonna die.
Right.
Can't kill everyone.
As this luck roll proceeds, you open up the door, you look out, and just as you open the door to the lobby, it seems that everyone else has been drawn away towards the elevator area, and across the hall you see Elijah sitting at a bank of phones, just, legs crossed, and Elijah, you see him emerge from the
Yeah, Dwight kind of
staircase.
bursts out. Sawyer, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Eloquent as always, soldier boy.
We gotta go. They're on to. I just popped 2 up there.
You see the old security guard that you guys met on your way in stumble out of what must be a room behind the area. And just as he stumbles out, he looks around and he sees Dwight, and he raises his hand as if he's about ready to say something.
Dwight punches him.
Don't punch him. He's endeared to me. We are friends with this man.
Okay, Dwight, roll an attack roll for me. This is unarmed.
Yeah, I did put points in this, and I've been moving it up slowly.
I have points into fighting.
Where's my brawl at?
It should be right at the top. Look at your guns, and at the very top of your guns, you should have
Greta
it.
better
I
at
see,
fighting
yeah, I
with
see
her
it.
fists than Dwight is? I
but it's-
am better at fighting with my fists.
You are, but I'm moving it up. It's gonna be next time I get.
Sure.
It's gonna be different. Believe me. I've been
You
slowly
can
moving
spend
it up.
8 luck if you would like to make this work.
He's old, man. Really?
Fail.
He's sprier than he looks.
What?
Dude. Oh my God! I literally have 38 luck. I mean, my luck is so bad.
Well, hey, if you break it down, you'll have an even 30.
Can I
and as I
intimidate
told
him?
you, 30s.
Don't listen to Greg.
Can
No,
I like
no, you just threw a
that?
punch
Can
at
I,
it.
like,
You
scare
already
him off?
said you're
Can
gonna
I like
punch
give him the old? Oh, I'm gonna give you one of the cobras almost. Can I cobra him?
You're going to give him a little bit of Jack Johnson?
Yeah. Can I give him the old bare knuckle? I'm gonna get you, and then intimidate him? Or is that a no?
No, that is a no
All
because
right.
you
I'll
threw the
eat.
punch.
You know what? I'll eat Lucky's ass. I'm gonna bitch slap him.
Okay, as soon as he walks out and sees you, narratively, Dwight just kicks the door closed and knocks the guy back into the room before anybody notices, as the door itself does most of the damage, knocking this poor old security guard, busting his nose as he falls back into the room.
I should have let Elijah deal with it. That's what I
You
should.
think?
Yeah, didn't think.
You know, soldier boy, when a lot of the boys came back from the war, they were shell-shocked. You having flashbacks?
No, that old fucker had it coming, man.
What was wrong with the old man? I loved him.
It's like Stan Lee. I dropped him.
Right, that was his cameo, and you just killed Stan Lee.
Dwight
Other
put 20
gentleman was
points in
very
unarmed.
Elijah is
He wanted to
leaving
hit somebody.
right out the front door.
We gotta
Like,
go.
Okay.
yeah.
Dwight just wants to go.
You guys are able to walk out the front door, but you have been noted by several people. But at this point, there's a lot of people coming in and out
Didn't
out. So
Sawyer see somebody go down into the elevator?
yeah, he saw a gentleman with a very
has
long
not told me
biblical
yet.
beard jump into
So
the
Dwight wants to go. We got to get Kate and Greta and go.
I saw
Okay,
them,
so-
rather saw them.
Dude, why are
You
you using
guys
that
walk
voice right now,
outside.
Sawyer? We got to go. What?
This is my
It's
real
me.
voice.
He's knocked out. It's me, dude. He wouldn't say dude, but let's go.
Elijah, you lead Sawyer out of the building, and you're able to get out there, but there's no sign of the driver. There's no sign of the 32 Packard that brought you to the Meadham building.
That one that was in a
You're-
crazy hurry wasn't left idling, was it?
It was, yeah. It's sitting there. It appears not to be running, but it's sitting there.
Dwight would jump in it.
Is it unlocked? We'll take a look.
You can give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
Roll your luck for me.
Stop.
It is not only...
He's in the ignition and everything.
It is, I was going to just say, it is not only sitting there, it is in fact idling to the point where you can barely make it out. That engine's purring. It's just a slight. And as the door opens up, you see that it is in there with an engagement of the gear. You can drive this away. No one seems to be looking.
Is there anything you
with
want
an
to tell me,
extreme luck
Sawyer?
roll.
Dwight would get in the car. You wouldn't even hesitate, really.
Elijah gets in the driver's seat, shuts the door, tries to appreciate the fine craftsmanship on such an expensive vehicle. I think the girls would like to meet back at the bookstore, Mr.
Well, step on it then. Yeah,
Wills.
Dwight's already killed. He's ready to kill again. Let's go.
You get into moods, soldier boy. You know that.
And Dwight kind of looks at him like, just drive, bro, please.
Elijah, as you engage the car and begin to pull off with an extreme luck roll like that, nobody sees you. You drive off, and as you look into the passenger side of where the driver would be, you notice that it is filled with an accordion file cabinet and seems to house many documents that bear the eye of Caduceus. And as we cut back to Kate and Greta, the door opens, and as soon as the door opens, you see two hands come out as if to say, "Don't shoot." And as soon as you see hands indicating, "Don't shoot," you hear, "Come now, Miss O'Callahan. We're all on the same side today." As Dietrich
I was
walks
just
out. Come on.
walking away. Greta would spin and turn around at that sound.
Yeah, Joseph Dietrich stands in front of you.
You are not who I was expecting.
Sorry, are we really going to do this right now? Sorry, that was an accent. It was meant to be me. Are we really going to do this right now? Because I'm ready to do this.
He walks out and he says, "Come now, Miss O'Callahan. We are all on the same side today."
And I'm behind the door as he comes out, right? Like I said I was.
Yeah.
And I've got a 45 held up like at head level.
You have him dead bang. Yeah.
Kate fans the hammer, 3 shots right straight at his fucking head.
Greta's size.
Okay.
Be a quarter of
And as the 3 shots from point blank range speed towards the back of Joseph Dietrich's head, we cut to the Gundam Hotel. We see the outside of a bathroom door, 3/4 of the way closed, because if you close them all the way,
Yeah.
the condensation gets mildew. And as the steam comes out, all we hear is, "I guess I never run out of hot water." And that's where we're going to end it tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Olympians of all ages, it is the Love Shack, bro. It is the Love Shack. It's a little love place called 1933. I had fun. I want to get you guys back together so I don't have to keep all this shit straight where all of you guys are, but it's fun as hell. It's great. I love it. Allison, what did you think?
Amazing, as always, folks. Thanks so much for the cast. Incredible, of course, and you too, Greg. Chat, thanks for everything. Love the crits. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. God knows we need them. Until next time, you can find me on Twitter at Allison Robinson with 2 L's and a Y. Catch me on God's Fall podcast and on WonderQuest as well. Eventually, I'm going to make my way back into WonderQuest. I think there's a solo Astrid episode coming up. Check it out. We'll see you then.
Awesome. Lauren, welcome back. It was a pretty low-key episode. Not a lot went down with Sabella.
No, she's fine.
But did you have fun? I mean,
I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say.
me? What did I do? I didn't do
Talking to
anything.
myself, probably. I have nothing to say to you, Lauren. What is wrong with you? Hi, I'm Lauren. I've had cider. I'm That Salty Ginger on Twitter. Tomorrow, I'm DMing for the last time on Encounter Roleplay at 1 p.m. EST, the finale of the Dark Cold Cases, before I go back to being a player with at Obo Crazy the following week. So you should come check that out. My players, oh my poor players.
If ever there was a DM declaration, that was it. Steven, how'd you do tonight?
Very interesting, man. I appreciate the everything. You got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday to you, Gigi. Listen, everybody, I'm going to take a note for Pete. Said he took a note from me. I'm going to take a note from him. Follow all these people. They're amazing. One of them, we've every week we get closer and closer. I love follow all these guys. They're amazing. And thank you.
And that's how it goes, everybody. Follow everybody. We all love everybody. And the guy that loves everybody and the guy that understands when you hold them and when you fucking fold them is Elijah Sawyer. Elijah, you got out. You got the goods and you got out. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Elijah wants to know what the hell Dwight's doing. What the hell Kate's doing. What the hell Sabella's doing. And Greta's fine. I want to see a special one-shot episode of Dwight and Kate, because no one's going to survive the catastrophic catastrophe that would hit New York. I'm going to be DMing Sands of Zahara on Wednesday, and then after that, every other Wednesday, the rise of the dark side. Star Wars, D20, on Encounter Roleplay. Hey, I enjoy my time here. It's super fun. I can't believe how many different leads and story arcs Greg's coming up with, and I can't wait to see how they all tie together. So, I will be here next week.
Me either.
I know that.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Lindy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I mean, I actually was presented with a life-threatening situation which I knew how to deal with, and that made my night. That made my whole fucking night. It was like, I have a PSA for this. So yeah, that was super fun. I can't wait to see what happens next week. Greta ended that session face palming as soon as the trigger was pulled. Thought you said you wanted to speak. It's okay.
Just as long as you're out of spray range, honey, you'll be fine.
But you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch and Twitter. I am in a lot of D&D and Cthulhu things. You can find me here every Sunday night for the super awesome Pulp Cthulhu playing Greta, and I love it so much. You can find me on Tuesdays. Tomes and Tentacles podcast is released with this guy. He's in it too. Our characters hate each other in that game, and it's really weird because we never hate each other. And then Tuesday nights at my channel, Running Out of the Abyss. Wednesdays, Encounter Roleplay double feature starting in a week or two, because it's going to be Call of Cthulhu in the afternoon and then Star Wars in the evening.
Rise of the dark side.
I'm so excited. And then Thursdays on WebDM show for more D&D, and then Fridays for the next couple weeks on the Greyhawk channel for Tomb of Horrors, and then every other Saturday for Tomb of Annihilation on Power Sport RPG. So yeah, check it out.
Nice. Everybody, make sure you follow all of these wonderful people to know the great things that they are doing, because not only are they fantastic people and role players, they are fantastic writers and artists and just all around great influences in your life. If you're feeling down, I guarantee you one of these people will make you feel better, because they make me feel better. As for me, I am Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. Tonight I would like to thank Summer, as always, Kevin, thank you very much, my friend Kevin Lovecraft, and our good old Pete Finney. Thank you very much for all the donations. Everybody, thank you for the follows. Great night, great support from chat, as always. We appreciate it here. If you're watching on YouTube, please throw a follow down or a subscribe and a like if you enjoyed yourself with this tale. It is a project of passion. I love playing with these people. I will always play with these people. They will have to throw me out. But ladies and gentlemen, you can see me here every Sunday, every place where Lindy said I usually haunt as well. Starting at actually the beginning of May, we'll be having a Firefly campaign here as well. Yeah, Firefly will be starting here. It will be nice. But please come back here. 1933, as scary and as horrific as we make it seem, is a safe place for everybody that watches and everybody that plays. It is a place to be creative. It is a place to role play. It is our Sancta Sanctorum from the world. So please exist in 2018 until next week, and we will see you back here in 1933. But until then, take care.